Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge learns the ruinous verity about Eric, plus Steffy returns home. Last week, Marie Osmond, Lauren Fenmore, and Esther Valentine arrived in LA for Eric and Ridge's big fashion show. Still, behind the scenes, Eric was growing worse and beginning to cough up blood. Katie was the first to learn the terrible news, outside of Donna and Eric, that he was dying. RJ, who had come Eric's right-hand man in bringing his final collection to life, was the coming to learn the horrible verity. Indeed, as the show began, Ridge hadn't been told what was really behind his father's asseveration on making one final collection. And as the models began to hit the runway, Eric's health took a turn for the worse coming up. Eric and Ridge's fashion showdown on the runway has demurred off, with Ridge declaring, "May the stylish man win." Steffi returns this week and lets Finn know, "I am back." How does she plan to deal with the trouble that's Sheila, however? Eventually, as Donna and Eric grasp, RG confesses to his pater that his forefather's croaker has only given him a many months to live. Ridge can't believe the man was given him everything is dying. Is this really it for Eric? Read the bold and beautiful spoilers to learn what Steffi admits to Finn. The battle for Forrester Creations begins with toe gowns. At Forrester, the brightly lit exchange was without its hand stage. Rather, white gold-rimmed chairpersons formed a square area for intimate viewing of the gowns to come. Eric peered around in wonder and heated as Katie did a mic check. She joined him, and he blatted that he was born to do it. Donna paraded in, and Eric beamed with excitement. He said it got old, and he could not stay to go head-to-head with Ridge. Eric got dizzy, and Katie reminded him to mind what the croaker had said. Eric noted that the croaker had not said anything about that day, the stylish day of Eric's life. In Eric's office, Ridge was gaping at a problem with a gown a model wore, and he muttered that it wouldn't be the day of if commodity did not go wrong. Carter arrived, and Ridge indicted Carter of hexing Ridge by saying he would win. Carter was confused, but as Brooke left the room, she advised Carter to just go with whatever Ridge said. Carter promised Noe to speak to Ridge before a show again. Carter explained that he and Katie had gone over her introductory language. He would laterally tabulate the deals, and the winner takes all, the mantle of Forrester Coucher and this CEO's office. Carter concluded that the stakes have no way been advanced. Latterly, the model in the defective gown had returned along with Zend, who'd repaired it, and Paris. Zend was modest about the quick work he would done, but Ridge claimed on knowing who'd tutored Zend how to do it. Zend revealed that it had been his forefather, and Ridge smiled, unsurprised. Ridge thanked Zend and praised Paris for including the foundation in the catching. Latterly, Ridge was alone when Brooke returned. She'd been suitable to tell that his possessed talk had been about further fan pre-show jitters. She believed it was due to the battle with his father. Ridge claimed that it was just adrenaline. He said he did not like going into battle with his father. Still, it was necessary that he win for the good of the company. Carter poked his head through the doorway and blazoned that it was time. Brooke kissed Ridge for good luck. In the design office, RG sounded out of feathers as he gave last instructions to a model and needlewoman. Luna asked if he was okay. At first, he pretended to be fine, but also he commended in her that Eric had revealed commodity the former night, that he was dying. Floored by the news, Luna asked if Eric should indeed be doing the show. RJ replied that Eric claimed, and RJ felt indeed more equivocal. Luna promised to be there to help him through it. Back in the exchange, Brooke and Donna saluted the songster Fanny Grayson, who'd been excited to admit a golden ticket to the event. Countess von Frankfurt arrived and clasped hands with Brooke. Behind them, a server jangled on the bottom. By the door, an usher was trying to catch his charger. Esther offered to help him. Lauren said he'd it. As Brooke made further prelusions, Esther was awestruck by the Forrester exchange. The Duchess advised Esther to close her mouth before she caught a cover. Latterly, Lauren and the Duchess gabbled, and the Duchess declined to partake of the hors d'oeuvres. Esther assumed that the Duchess was staying for her Frankfurter hot tykes, but the Duchess sprucely corrected that her name was Frankfurt, not Frankfurter. Esther apologized for offending the Duchess and crossed the room to speak to Charlie, who had offended some ladies by asking for their tickets. The Duchess asked what a simple person like Esther was doing at the fashion show. Lauren stated that that was the one and only Esther Valentine. Lauren joined Esther and Charlie, who wondered if the ladies would buy gowns that day. He was shocked when Esther pulled out a gob of cash. Lauren told Esther to put her plutocrat down, and Charlie joked about demanding further security. Esther explained that after being around Catherine Chancellor and all her Forrester gowns, Esther had pictured of retaining one of her own. Charlie promised that Esther would find her gown because the collection that day was the finest he would ever seen. Backstage, Donna set up Eric and let him know Katie was ready with her prolusions. Eric decided that he'd watch the show from back there. Donna offered to join him, but he said he wanted to take it all in from back there. He prompted her to go over frontal and enjoy the beauty of that day and of his final collection. Back in the bustling exchange, Brooke and Ridge arrived. Katie introduced herself, Zend, Paris, Carter, Brooke RJ, Eric, and Ridge. She thanked the guests for flying in from around the world and explained that the gowns for trade would be numbered. When asked how one would know if she was buying an Eric or Ridge design, Katie asserted that one wouldn't, and that was the fun and air of riddle about the event. Admitting that it was unusual, Katie said Forrester had always broken the earth and reinvented itself. She stated that they'd see both seminaries of study, and she prompted them to write down their favorite gown to bid on. Katie further explained that those lucky enough to win the flings on their gowns would witness private fittings with the developer and exercise the collection. Katie remarked that hundreds of hours had gone into each design, and Ridge and Eric had poured further of themselves into that collection than any other. Katie reasoned that it was the curse of the developer and the thing that made life worth living. Without farther ado, the House of Forrester. Coucher, Katie blazoned. Mood music played as the guests clapped. Eric slipped confidentially, and number 1, a black shimmering trumpet gown, floated into the room on a model. Donna remarked to Brooke that it was pure class, just like Donna's honey bear. The coming gown was a column satin gown in jeweled red with an ultra-modern bustier. Katie eloquently described each gown. The guests clapped, and Ridge sneaked confidentially to tell Eric that they were out to the races. Ridge asked if Eric would watch his defeat from confidentially, but Eric said he could feel it in the air. "The day is mine, Ridge," Eric declared. Ridge snapped that it was Eric's grand homestretch, and Eric said that was right. Ridge walked down, and Eric erupted in coughs. Will Eric get his wish? Not if Ridge has his way. He's putting his best couture designs on stage, too. Ridge has talent, drive, and determination, but does he have that special something his dad seems to have? Eric is an industry mainstay, and the fashionistas of the world love his work. The competition is hot, and this will be a show for the record books. No matter who wins, the team will be in the spotlight, and the couture designs are sure to fly off the racks. This is an historic moment, and anyone is taking notice. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.